1 in 5 adults in the United States suffers from chronic inflammation. Being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, we are that one in the statistic. Not only are foods that promote inflammation terrible for MS, but they might aggravate our symptoms, which puts a real hamper on our holiday. So this Christmas, let's limit those negatives as much as possible when we sit down for our family holiday dinner. Hey, it's Steve. Merry Christmas. I love this time of year. Old Christmas movies, the decorations, even the cold weather. I simply love the Christmas atmosphere. But most of all, I love being with my family. Following the 1 meal a day diet is essential for chronic inflammation that has manifested itself as multiple sclerosis in me. I won't deny it. Food has a massive appeal and desires to tear me away from OMAT that has rescued me from multiple sclerosis. But I desire to enjoy everything, and I'm sure you feel the same way. Let me guide you through my thoughts about food so you can enjoy the best of both worlds. The Christmas food, as well as keeping inflammation as low as possible. Just break your diet for just today. For me, I know I'm fine with it. A limited bending of the rules is not the worst thing. You know what foods trigger your symptoms and how negative they can be. So you don't want to do it every day. But for today, I think the theme of a controlled nuclear explosion. You might be scared to let down your guard and let down your routine, however brief and controlled it may be. But just for today, give me today. If anything, since I know temptation is lurking behind every spoonful, I practice extra control and turn on my eagle eye vision, all while not saying no to anything and not saying anything to my family members. I know the last thing they want to hear is something from the Grinch. I don't want to be one, and I'm sure you don't want to be one either. So I do something different than that. I ramp up my inner dialogue at the same time I ramp up my holiday cheer. That way, I don't annoy anyone around the Christmas dinner table. I want to be out for the enjoyment of the day, not the desire to avoid temptation all day. While I don't write off anything on Christmas Day, if I'm in the kitchen or sitting around the Christmas tree with my nieces, my favorite snack are nuts. But be careful. Nuts are high in fat, which means they are also high in calories. So pre-plan before the day starts. You can look up the calorie counts of the different kind of nuts you might eat online. Budget how much you want to eat. I like to put them all in. I section it out. I put it in a little cup, and I know I can just take from that, and that's my total for the day. That said, watch yourself. They can be easily forgotten, and you will lose track of how much you eat. Temptation stems out of an empty stomach. There's no other food in my book that fills me up more than protein. Whether you have one big Christmas dinner or multiple smaller ones, make sure protein is the biggest portion on your plate. My favorite is honey glazed turkey. My mom always makes the healthiest of food, but healthy doesn't mean anti-inflammatory. While honey has a lot of different flavonoids which play an important role in fighting inflammation, it contains a lot of natural sugars. And this is where the trouble might be lurking. Make sure the glaze doesn't have any processed sugar. I prefer to scrape off as much as I can just to play it safe. Next comes my favorite dish. I love to pile sky high: roasted vegetables. Roasting them retains all their fantastic nutritional content and adds a unique, mouth-watering taste to it. I love it. It's a safe bet. So unless it is covered in something different, think of them as a safe bet that you can count on. Now comes the subject we all crave and fear at the same time: dessert. If your family's dinner is anything like mine, we don't have much choice what might or might not be served. It might be a relatively flavorful and safe dessert like Aunt Diane's apple spice ginger meringue bars, or something naughty like Uncle Bob's triple chocolate mousse cake with Bailey's Irish cream liqueur. Bob. In both cases, it's a game of mind over matter. Hopefully, you have a general sense of your calorie count in your head. Without knowing the exact numbers that are sitting in front of you, I always err on the side of caution. I've loaded up my plate with protein and vegetables, so I'm not starving. I can be judicious with my choices. I don't have to have the entire serving of whatever it might be. I look at whatever it is and make a caloric judgment call. If I have eaten, if in my head, if I think I've eaten too much for the day, then I might want to hold back a little bit. Then I like to be as super slow about eating it as possible. I sit back and listen to hear about Jenny's story about what she's thankful for. Then I take a bite. Then listen about Tom's judgment about his new boss. This is what Christmas is all about. The family, the friends, the love. So, do you know what your Christmas dinner is gonna look like? Are you gonna take my advice and just ease up on the one meal a day today, just for the day? Well, let me know. I'd love to hear. Thanks for watching. I hope your Christmas will be as good as what I'm hoping mine will be. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Until the next one.